All right, hello guys. So the first video, basically, uh, I have just started an M1 Finance account for the first time. So previously, a little bit about myself. I've had a Robinhood account now for almost a year. I got tens of thousands of dollars invested in there, and that's really for like day trading and flips and a little bit of dividend growth. I don't really care too much about it. I mean, like I'm invested in a bunch of dividend companies in that account, but my main objective in the Robinhood account was for like growth capture and quick flips. And here actually I can, let's see, we'll just pull up. I keep a Excel sheet to track my performance on there, and you can see um, all the trades and stuff. So as it is, this is my Robinhood account. I've made about $437 this year, and I've only been trading for April and May. Before that, I was super busy with school, and you can see I stopped from January to April. There was just a big gap where I didn't do anything. I mean, obviously, I got paid by all the dividends and stuff, but yeah. So the whole point of this YouTube channel and this account that I've just started is to be a lot more safe, and because like with that Robinhood account, it's always swinging up and down like crazy. But this account, my hope for this account is to create nice passive income for myself every month. And my goal for this account is to eventually start making me about $10,000 a month. That's where I want this account to go. But so as of right now, it is today, it's May 24th. Trump is imposing uh, his taxes. What is he raising it up to now? 25, 35%. He's raising the tariffs on China, and the whole market is just going down like no other. And let's see if we can pull up some charts. I'm still a little confused at how all of this works, but I'm getting used to it. Like, can we just. I don't know. Forget about it. But basically, I've been rambling for what? All of 2 minutes now? Basically, guys, this account is for uh, slow and steady growth. It's all going to be about dividends. I'm not going to be selling a single stock, and we're just going to keep building and building and adding to the pile and increasing that monthly income until it hits about $10,000 a month. And at that point, I don't know what I'm going to do, but that's what we're aiming for right now. So, um, as you can see right now, the account has $1,600 and 9 cents. It's up $6.09. So I only put in $1,000, and that $1,000, to be honest, isn't even mine. It's from my brother and sister. This is going to be our joint account. That's why it's HBK Sarai Capital at the top. Um, but so I have about $10,000 sitting in my bank account that I want to throw in this account, but I'm not gonna throw it in just yet. I'm just sitting back and watching what Trump is doing. He's just absolutely killing stocks right now. Let's see if we can go look. Um, the one that comes to mind is Apple on Robinhood. My cost basis for this is about $212, and I think I have like 18 or 20 shares at 212. And because of Trump, it's gone down to 180 now, so I'm down big, and I'm just watching this thing go down and down and down. And if Apple hits about 170, what did it hit? There was a crash last winter. Wouldn't look at that? It hit 150. If it goes below 160, I'm just gonna deploy all my money and let this auto invest for me. But as it stands right now, I'm just sitting back. I'm chilling. I got $1,000 in here just for fun, and I'm just gonna sit back and watch Trump's circus. And once I think all the damage is done, then I'll hop in. But so this is kind of just an introductory video, and from here on out, I'm going to be doing monthly updates to show you the progress of the account. So right now, um, let's see, what do we want to do? I already talked about, started with $1,000. We've already gained $6.12. I started this. Oh, it says right here actually. Performance since May 20th. So I started this 4 days ago and we're up $6. And so in the beginning, I'm really trying to like max out dividends to really like juice up this account and give it like a quick boost. Then we can like if you look at it, then we can look at lower dividend rate companies like Apple. I don't want to keep talking about Apple, but we can just if we look, um, yeah, their dividend yield is it went up a little bit, but it's 1.71%. I bank with Discover, and Discover gives me a APY of 2.1. So just from a dividend or interest standpoint, um, I would actually make more money keeping my money in the bank. If you don't factor in growth of the stock, just dividends alone, I would make more money parking my money in a Discover savings account than I would here. So I'm not really interested in this. So with that being said, as of right now, like I said, I'm trying to really just juice up dividends and give my account a huge overhaul boost in the very beginning, and then after I have like let's say a couple $100 a month coming in, then we can talk about investing in lower rate blue chip stocks and stuff like that. So as you can see, I'm still learning about M1 Finance and how it works, but as it stands right now, I have one, two, three, four, five different categories or pies set up. Um, as you can see, 81% of my money is deployed in this one, which is High Yield Club, and we'll just go look at that real quick. So, yeah, this pie has gained $6.11 over the past 4 days, and you can see um, the major holdings are Realty, Income Corporation. I put a majority of my money in here just because, like, I know I just did a rant saying I don't want to invest in anything with low dividend rates, and 2% is once again it's still lower than Discover Bank's 2.1. So, but the big thing with O here, O as in the ticker symbol, does it show it? No, ticker symbol for Realty Income Corporation is O though. So, oh, here it is. View O details. Um, oh no, that was my return. My bad. What am I talking about? Realties is 3.84. So it's not bad, right? But wow, I am so stupid. I don't know why. Yeah. So Realty alone has made me $9 in 4 days, right? But the big deal with these guys is they pay out monthly dividends. So they'll pay you 3.84% dividend yield over the course of the year, but you'll get payments every month instead of every quarter or even like once a year like other companies do. And that's really attractive to me in M1 because M1 lets you buy fractional shares. So I'm really hoping, I know the yield is low, but I'm really excited about monthly dividends now and the compounding effect that these are going to have with fractional shares. Very exciting. And so that's why I threw in 454 or not even four. Well, it's at 454 now. So let me just do some quick math on my calculator here. Sitting at 454 with a 3.84% yield, I should make about $17. Um, $17 over the year with just having this much. So on a monthly basis, I should be paid about $1.45. So that's not really enough. I'm uh, I'm gonna try to expand this a lot more, about 10x, because the way M1 Finance works is they only auto invest if you have at least $10 in cash. As you can see, I have $0 right now. So if I just so as it sits right now, the dividend I'm looking to get out of just this investment in Realty Income is $1.45 a month. So I need to basically 10 times this. I basically need to turn this 454 into 4,500, which is no problem. I have the cash in my bank account. But once we get it up to that, just this stock alone will pay enough for me to auto invest every month, and then the compounding effect, it's going to be crazy. So next, we have Annaly Capital Management. Uh, Never invested with these guys before, not even on my Robinhood account. This is my first time buying shares. You can see my cost basis was 932, and what is it trading at now? I'm still learning, guys. Let's see. It's at 921. So we are down $2.87 overall, but I don't care at all about that. What I'm worried about is this huge dividend of 13%. So you saw in Realty Income, I had $464, and we were looking at $17 a year I was gonna make. So with this 264, I'm gonna be making $34. So I have half the money in here, but I'm gonna be making double the money in dividends. Very exciting. I don't know. I haven't looked too much into how they pay. I think they pay monthly, but I'm not sure about that. I'll see after this month how they do dividends, or I'll look more into it. But yeah, very excited. 13% is huge, and right now their stock is pretty low. Um, let's just see. Yeah, I thought I got their stock for a pretty good price. Like even though I'm down, look at this. At one point it was $12. We're talking about a 33% increase on cost basis. So yeah, I think I got in on a good time, or at a good time on this. No complaints. The next one in High Yield Club is NRZ, New Residential Capital or Investment Corp. Got $80 in here. Cost basis was 16.58. It's sitting at 16.55. So obviously we got a loss here of 18 cents. No big deal. Once again, huge, massive dividend rate of 12.11%. Very exciting. And finally, we have PMT. And PMT, I've been invested in this company for over a year now, and I have had nothing but success. In my Robinhood account, I bought in at about $19. It's sitting at about 21. I have like a grand invested in 19, and just growth of the stock in Robinhood, I'm up about $100, and then dividends, because I had 1,000 invested. The dividend rate is 8.89, which wow, it got cut. It was when I first got in, it was around like 12, then they cut it to 10, and I guess now it's at 8. But regardless, it's still really good. And on Robinhood alone, in 1 year, my return was 20%. So I do think I bought in pretty high. It would have been nice to, buy around $19 like I did with my Robinhood account. But still, I don't care. I'm just focused on dividend yield right now, and PennyMac has treated me good in Robinhood, so I thought, why not? I did make it a smaller position. I only invested $16, but I have messed around with the pies, and I have increased. I've brought Realty down, and when I'm talking about that, I mean like actual and target. I had targeted Realty at around the 55-56%, but now I've reduced the target to 32. So when M1 starts auto investing, it'll start pumping money into things like PennyMac. As you can see, the target was 2%, but I've raised it to 20. Um, and it'll just keep reinvesting in these other companies until they balance out, and the overall pie is sitting at Realty at 32, PennyMac at 20, NRZ at 15 instead of like 10, etc. So that's High Yield Club. That is where the majority of the money is. I created an industrials as well. Lockheed Martin, I've done a lot of flips on Robinhood, treated me well, good yield. I know I'm going out of order, but we'll just look. 2.59, uh, what can you say? For a company like this, that's pretty good. You know, Iron Mountain also pretty sure pays monthly dividends. Um, so that was good. Dividend yield is very strong at 7%. Hoping this will help feed into Realty Income, and both of these guys will just help me compound monthly like crazy. Caterpillar, I've wanted to invest in this company for a long time, and it just never made sense for me. I always thought the valuation was too high, but I dipped my toes in it at 122. No complaints. It's at 123 right now, so I'm up 79 cents. We can see the chart performance here for 1 year. Yeah, so at one point it was at 156, 170. I got in at about 120. I'm happy. Um, like I said, this I'm not shooting for quick flips here like I am with Robinhood. I'm not doing swing trading or day trading. So for the long term, I think 122 is acceptable. The PE is only at 11 right now, so once again, it's below what it should be. So yeah, I think I got in at a good time, and that 3% yield is really nice too. And finally, Boeing. Boeing is a steal, and I don't understand why nobody else sees that. If you talk about airplane manufacturers, who really is there? There's Boeing and there's Airbus, and when it comes to like brand association and sales and all that other stuff, nobody's got anything on Boeing. Boeing is like the Apple of airplane manufacturers. I mean, yeah, you could say like, oh, there's Lockheed Martin and all that. I mean, they mainly focus on more military based stuff. But like, I'm talking commercial um, transportation for individuals. There's no bigger name out there than Boeing. And what I like to do is I like to invest in the biggest name out there because usually the biggest, best names never fail. You can look at Apple, Nike, Boeing, Tesla. All these companies are staples in their own little niche markets. And for right now, man, they're in a PR nightmare. And I think they are just selling at a steal of a price. You can already see I'm already up $5. Or no, this is today. It's up $5, right? Yeah. Um, but look at this. At one point it was $440, and right now it's selling at $350. On my Robinhood account, I invested when it got way cheap, around 300, and I got like 8 shares in there. So I'm up big on Boeing. And look, guys, this PR thing is temporary, and the only way up from here, or the only place Boeing is going, is up, in my opinion. So um, I'm going to really try to invest a lot more money in Boeing, and their dividend rate of 2.35%. It beats. Really, my target is to beat Discover Bank savings. The Discover is at 2.1. The companies I want to invest in, I want them to make more in dividends than my bank account does, right? So 2.35, completely acceptable. And that's that. That's all I got for industrials right now. And not too interested in anything else. Really just trying to pump up high yield club over here. And but yeah, those are the industrials. We got some communications. We got AT&T and Verizon. You know, AT&T has a crazy dividend of 6.35%. So love that. And plus, I think it's trading pretty cheap. It's at about 36. Or no, that's how much I got invested. What is it selling at right now? It's selling at 32. I think it's going to go back up to the 40s. You can look at their chart, 3 years. Yeah, it's just been going nothing but down. But they've been doing a lot of acquisitions. They've really been trying to diversify, and I think it's going to pay off pretty soon. And if it doesn't, I still don't care because look at that dividend. Am I right? Um, but to counter that, I did throw. So it's 60% AT&T, 40% Verizon. I threw 40% in Verizon just because they don't have as much debt as AT&T does. AT&T has crippling amounts of debt right now. I don't know how many billions of dollars they're sitting at right now. I mean, they're aggressively paying it off, but still, they have huge amounts of debt. Verizon doesn't have that, and I think Verizon is on a growth basis. I think Verizon has a lot more room to grow than AT&T does. So, and it has a 4% dividend yield, which, it is what it is. And let me just make sure we're recording here. Yeah, we are. Okay. And yeah, so no complaints on either of them. I mean, I got into these things, I think, at a very expensive point. And AT&T on my Robinhood account, I got about $1,000 in there just for dividend capture, and I'm at the low 30s, and Here I got in at, let's see, was it 30? No, average share for price 32. That's pretty expensive in my opinion. I would have loved to get in at around 30, but the way M1 Finance works, I'm still learning. I got in at 32. So, tax-free baby. Only got one stock in here, PIMCO Intermediate, municipal bond. You know, no complaint, 2.56% yield. This is only 1% of my thing. This is just for, for fun, really. These guys pay monthly dividends, so that's cool. But I just learned that dividends, you pay a 0% tax rate until your income is over 15 grand. So, I mean, I had a bunch of this in my Robinhood account, and it's up a decent amount. I'm up like 11 bucks when it comes to growth, and a ton when it comes to dividend. But it's kind of pointless for me because I don't make over 15,000 a year as it is because I'm a full-time student and my only income is this. So it makes more sense to me to invest in high yield stuff than this. So this is going to sit at this $10 that I have in here. I'm sure it's going to grow to match, to keep it at 1% of my portfolio. But yeah, we're only keeping it at 1%. And right now we have no money invested in consumer staples. But as you can see, no money in consumer staples, zero. I added it after I already deployed the 1,000, but that will change. I'm going to be throwing money in here. And the companies I'm looking at are Pepsi, Coke. Both of these are way, way overpriced, especially Pepsi, in my opinion. I invested in a few stocks last year in my Robinhood at around $100, and now it's at 130. That's crazy. I mean, it's good for me. I'm already invested, but I don't know if I want to really invest more at this valuation. This is kind of high. It's kind of steep. The PE is, I mean, like PE ratio wise, 16 or below is considered fair, so this is still fair, but like, I don't know, man. I wish I would have bought more at 100, basically. 2.94% yield, quarterly payouts, no complaints. Good, strong blue chip company. Coke, again, super expensive. Bought like 5 or 6 in my Robinhood account at about $45, and now it's at 49. So, and that PE is crazy. 31, that's super expensive. Yield is 3.21%. I mean, it is what it is. It's Coke. Like I said, it's number one in its niche when it comes to like brand names. So like, it's never gonna go anywhere. But still, so we got that. So you can see I got 35% target for Pepsi, 30% Coke. Tyson Foods, never invested before. Excited to invest. Dividend yield is super low, 184. But, I don't know. I just want to invest in Tyson. I see them going up from here. And we'll see. Like I said, let's try to get it closer to 55 before I deploy that like $10,000 I have sitting. As it is right now, it's very there's a low dividend yield and highly priced, so that's why, again, sitting at zero as it is. Constellation Brands, these guys have a low dividend as well, 1.46, but these guys I'm buying more for growth over the long term. So you can see, yeah, at one point it was at 219, so 197, still not much of a discount, but over time it'll grow. So yeah, we'll start adding to that soon with the dividend payments I get. But yes, that's where the account is sitting at right now. Over the course of me rambling for 24 minutes now, the account has lost $1 in value. Darn. But this is it. I'm sorry for rambling. This is where the account is right now. We're sitting at 1,005. I do have another 10,000 that I want to deploy, but like I said, we will be waiting until Trump is done being an idiot and doing his little circus act in Washington. And yeah, very excited to see where this goes from here. Hopefully, we can grow this to a good $100,000, $250,000 account, and we can start making. Actually, we need about like $1 million account to start getting paid 10 grand a month. So let's see, man. I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube with these guys growing their accounts like crazy, and I'm really excited to join in And let's see where this goes, man. Let's try to hit 1 million before I finish dental school. That's my goal. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll try to make updates at least once a month at the end of every month to show where the account has grown or gone and the payments. So yeah, very exciting. And I'll see you guys next time. Happy investing.